just chilling out. It's just you and I, it's just the two of us for this lovely, relaxing evening session of the U.S. Mixed Trials. Welcome to the broadcast, Adam Parrish. It's just you and I right now. Let's get the action started. They're playing 3-0 on this first board. A diamond, 3 clubs, 3-0. And we can cut the music off.
Yeah. It's an aggressive 3 clubs by Zach, but, they opened and he's white against red. Like, I think anybody at this level would bid this.
In fact, we'll keep an eye on the other table and see what they will be doing as well throughout. Close match for sure, early, no matter what. It's all close. And the same thing was done by Sylvia Shee in her chair.
Yeah, that's not surprising at all.
Yeah, I think it went double past 3 hearts at their table. So Stuart chose to do something different, and that brings up that Stuart Rubenstein and Anam Teba are north-south, respectively. Sylvia Shee, Dan Corbell, west and east. And here we have Eddie Wold, Janice Molson, Zach Grosek, Georgia Bada.
Yeah.
North-south, like legendary players. East-west will be legendary players. They're all great.
Yeah. Yeah. The matches yesterday were so exciting. I think most people would agree that probably the 2 favorites lost. I think going into the tournament, like the Vegas odds makers would have had Millens and Rosenthal as the 2 to beat.
You know what I said earlier to Danny? I don't know if I said it on air before. I said I wouldn't have been shocked if one of them had lost, but I was very shocked that both teams, did not make the finals, or one. I expected at least one, and it seemed likely too. But yeah, that's the way Bridges, and yet that's the credit to these teams. Also, these teams are playing,
and
really
these are
well.
Very good teams. A lot of good players on them,
and pressure Bridge under their belts too, right? Just surviving 2 clearly close matches.
Right. But there's a few like untested partnerships here for sure.
Sure.
Like Eddie and Janice, this is the first event they've ever played together.
Is that right?
He told me that they practiced beforehand, but Zach and Georgia have played in this event before in the trials.
But
I don't know if they play other than that.
They don't play a ton. And in fact, it was funny. I saw them before the first day of the trials while I was still there, and they were furiously going over their notes prior to their first set. So, but
they have a thick stack of system notes. They left them in the room one day, and I had to return them.
Did you take pictures of them like old school James Bond style, or
Their notes are. They don't have anything I'm going to steal from.
I'm just kidding.
Jokers. And
see if Georgia opens this in third chair here, a 10 count. But
a heart, maybe.
Yeah, that's to my taste. But I don't know. Vulnerable though. It seems like she might just.
If you're going to open it,
yeah, you might as well preempt with a major. Here you go.
Yeah, and that's the suit you want, lad.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to go a heart double, some sort of raise here, which is probably their weak version, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, weaker. Yeah. Good.
If you're going to open light in third seat, make sure it's a suit you want led. That's
very good. Looks like there might be a swing on the first board. The north-south pair, Teba and Rubenstein, are in 4 hearts on the first board, and that does not look like it will be successful here. In fact, it looks like it's destined to down 1. Yep. So right off the bat,
he didn't bid 3-0 trump.
Yeah, well, it went, instead of 3-0 trump by north, it went double past 3 hearts, 4 clubs, 4 diamonds, 4 hearts. So they bypassed 3-0 and unfortunately found their 4-3 heart fit.
Do they have like ace queen 10 of clubs?
Yeah, David Devine asked a good question, and hello, buddy. How light do I open in third seat? Non-vulnerable, super light. Like, the 8-point hands, maybe a 9-point hand. But the point that Adam's making, and it's a good one, if you're going to open in third chair, a major suit, especially a good quality four card major in a hand like this, is slightly more preemptive, and you're also covered with your jury bid over these major suit openings, which I find, if I catch a jury bid, it's nice and easy to sign off low. And you've opened up a little bit of variance, but you've also interfered productively with your opponent's auction.
One of the things I tell my students is in third seat, I either have a hand if I'm going to open a hand that I would open in first seat or a hand that I would overcall with. So if I'm opening light, I have a hand that would be suitable for an overcall.
I don't tell my
So
partners that because I can't live up to that standard. Non
I
vulnerable,
have
non vulnerable.
I have a a suit that I want led and a reason to bid.
Yeah, you
That's
don't want to
my
just do stuff just because you're bored. That's for sure.
yeah.
And if you're into the chat, say hello. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. David's already said hello. Ask your questions, comments. We're gonna have spare time tonight. We don't have. Last night we had people piling in for the finals of the final segment of the semis, and tonight we're just relaxing in the first day of things in the final. Remember, 2-day event. I have about 88 boards left, so
Yeah.
we're not
That
even halfway through.
first hand is actually really instructive. Um, that that problem North had. Can we go back to it,
Sure,
Rob?
sure, we can take a look. You're talking
And
about this
so
hand right
when
here.
it goes a diamond three clubs, it's really unclear whether you should be aiming for no trump or a major, right? If partner has a four card major, that could be where we belong. But your really good clubs suggest that even if we have a major suit fit, uh, no trump might be as good, if not better. But also, partner's never going to be able to bid no trump, right?
Exactly.
It's your job. And so Eddie just made this very practical bid. Hammond's law, right? If three no trump is one of the options, bid that.
Yeah, and it's super true with the quality of that club suit, right? You're likely to get a lead of that as well, which is going to be helpful on a lot of levels. So, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
and
So
and maybe it goes if you don't bid 3 no, maybe you're at the 4 level when it gets back to you, and that is terrible for you, right? When you don't have a fit.
sympathize with the double at the other table.
Sure, because you do
But
have that 4-4 major suit hand, but
yeah, and if your clubs were too small, it would be an automatic double. But with the clubs this good, um, yeah, I think we have to bid three no.
yes, yes, agreed. And that's a spot where you just have to anticipate the problem that partner might have or the problem you might be in if you don't make the correct action initially. And
Yeah,
those 3 clubs are pretty amazing. And you know your partner opened the bidding, right? You're going to play game. Kind of know it's very likely to be okay to play no trump at least.
yeah,
Your worst suit is the 2-card suit where your partner has opened.
yeah, absolutely. So that's just experience with Eddie. He's been doing this for 40, 50 years. And he's as good as they get. So let's see what's happening with four spades here. Looks like they're taking 10 tricks.
Yeah, and they're doing the same sort of stuff at the other table, it looks like.
Yeah.
Not being practical costs 13 imps. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's a small price to pay. Not being practical otherwise. I mean, who knows? All right.
I'm very
That looks like some sort of bid by Georgia here. Just a diamond. And it'll go a spade. Something. Maybe a little support double here. Doesn't look like we're going to go too crazy on this hand, right? This looks like a part score battle. Found their heart fit.
yeah. It's usually a snapdragon situation, and most people play it as showing five hearts and some diamond tolerance.
Interesting. They haven't alerted it, or Zach hasn't chimed in here, so It looks
Right.
like yeah. There you go. There's
Right. And the
well,
redouble
South
deck,
South will compete to two spades at least.
sure.
Sorry, the redouble is just standard support. We would guess 3 card spade support. For those of you playing spot the support double, there it is. I have a class called Find the Support Double, and it's always a fun one.
Yeah, support double and Drury. Those are the two I
Yep.
find.
In fact, you can combine those into one fresh class. It's perfecto.
Yeah.
All right. I I can't tell if Janice is going to bid or not. No one's
Yeah.
vulnerable. She knows she has an
So I
8 card
think,
fit exactly. She has some reasonable defense, but
yeah. And I think Zach, not sure if they're on the same page, worried partner might think he has five hearts
yeah.
and
So
raising
he
him.
he offered up. Here she is. Yeah, she's. I mean, you can't. She's at the maximum size of her bid. Like she was almost invitational. So and things rate to be
Yeah.
in a good spot for her. The King of Diamonds, especially.
So she's got a diamond loser. The club is in the slot, which is
Magic.
nice.
Uh,
She's gonna
she's gonna probably find trumps okay here, right? If she, I mean, it depends. If she plays spade to the ace, it's gonna be
right, but she
pretty
might just
great. But
double finesse. She might just start low to the eight, which is gonna result in two trump losers.
yep,
Uh, I mean, that's the normal way to play this
I'm just
suit.
gonna take a heart
But
rough instead.
make sure she gets a heart rough. So because of that, she's going to end up having to play ace of spades and a spade, and that's going to solve that problem.
Um, we're gonna have different auctions at both tables for sure today because both pairs here are just playing natural 2/1-ish type systems. East West has a lot of Italian influence because Georgia is sitting in that East chair, and Zach has adapted to a lot of that stuff, as we talked about in the previous episodes. The other table is playing a symmetric relay system with East West cards, Strong Club, and North South plays some sort of also club relay system because can't remember what the heck they were talking about, exactly what Unum and Stewart play, but it sounded like a pretty good system for, uh, pro sponsor situations.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know the details of their
Yeah,
system.
I wish I could remember. I can't remember 5 minutes ago, Adam, so to
Yeah,
3 hours, that's a lot.
I heard them in uh, the hospitality suite having some discussions about, well, this is what the notes say, but we said we were doing the other
Yeah,
thing.
that's classic.
Bridge.
Yeah, classic conversation prior. Like, okay, I hope this, and that's why you see some of these fun alerts in here, Adam. With I think this is what it is, or I'm not sure what we agreed this is. Just uncertainty, but
Right.
providing as much
Especially
clarity as they can to their opponents.
where you very often have partnerships that aren't on the most solid ground all the time.
So was that what you played in the first round of this event? Had you played with your partner before or no?
Yeah,
Oh,
Julie and I have played.
got it, got it.
She's been a fifth on a team when I'm playing with a student, and we have Greg and Jenny at the other
Oh,
table.
that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good team. We finished, I forget, top ten.
That's I was saying I had met I think I'd met her for the first time during this event, and I I knew I'd recognize the name, and that's where I recognized it from sweating your guys' results.
Mm,
And
yeah, I
yeah,
think she was in the junior program a while ago. Um,
we
so
should
she's a
invite
very
her on to say to broadcast with us. Feel free.
yeah, absolutely.
uh,
So Janet did get the spades wrong. I mean, she played them normally, but I thought she was going to ruff a heart, um,
yeah,
and then have to
let
right.
me go back to that. I'm sorry I kind of blasted over that, but what happened after? So sorry, she played a heart and it went king.
Another
Then it
diamond,
went diamond, diamond rough, and
up
now
a
she's
diamond.
playing spade to the 10. I see.
Yeah,
What's up, Dave? Welcome back from London.
yeah. I think. I mean, I probably would have played ace of hearts and a heart rough, and then ace of spades. But who am I to question the newest Hall of Famer. Janice was just
Yes, that's right.
to the Hall of Fame. She'll be inducted in Toronto in July. Eddie
Along
has been
with
in the Hall of Fame for quite a while.
along with
First ballot
Justin
Famer.
Law, a friend of mine and a very close friend of my former roommates. I will miss that, and that's too bad. That'll be a great event.
Yeah. I usually don't attend that event. It's black tie. I don't feel like
You don't
bringing
have a
my
tux? What's up?
tux. I don't feel like bringing it to the Nationals. My suitcase is full enough for 10 days worth of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's a hefty
And I'm there
amount.
there for like 2 weeks because the American Bridge Teachers Association has their conference beforehand. I
Yes,
like that.
I created a piece of content for them. Actually, I forgot to tell them that.
Oh, nice of you.
I like bridge teachers. The more the merrier.
Yeah. Well, this
So
is
it's gonna
kind of,
go Queen of Spades and then Club Hook, or
but Zach's gonna get in, and their
it's gonna
hearts
go
are
Club
all.
Hook first. Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Excuse me, Adam. I'm not looking at the right side of this. Obviously, he can't do that. It would be disaster. Although, well, no, that if it won, it would be okay. She has to kind of figure that out first. Down. Hall of Fame
He
induction ceremony streamed. Is the Hall of Fame induction ceremony streamed? I doubt it, but
hasn't passed,
I think it is
but
recorded. Um, right or no?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It
But
says Adam will only attend the Hall of Fame when he gets inducted. Will you wear a tuxedo then? Will that be appropriate for you?
yeah, yeah. I'll go next year when Steve gets in.
I have tuxedo slippers actually.
Oh wow.
So if Steve
Huh.
Weinstein gets in, I will go to that just so I can wear those. I very rarely get a chance. This part of the program is sponsored by Del Toro. Del Toro shoes for when you really want to look like you spent a lot of money on shoes. Yes.
Three hearts. That seems like a lot.
Steve just, I think, passed the age or year requirement to get in the Hall of Fame. People are shocked that
Next,
Steve's not in the Hall of Fame yet
right. Next year he will turn 60, and that's
and will
the
be immediately thrown in there.
we're expecting him to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
It would be
Uh,
shocking if he was not.
right.
But there was the muffin incident, which he didn't have a part of, but, you know,
I'm still just on about this three heart cubid here.
three
Like it's a
card
nine
cube.
count with Jack fourth of Janice's suit.
He likes that ace king of diamonds. I don't know.
Yes. I'm
Uh,
I'm
Zach has been last night. I guess we watched a little earlier today. He's just been aggressive throughout this event. I think that's
right.
just been a general. His general idea is just to be aggressive, and it's worked out pretty
Sylvia
well so far.
Sylvia bid two spades. That seems like totally
The more
normal to me.
normal, like down the line type bid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it went three diamonds. Pass on him is thinking. Good
I
pace
feel
at
like
both tables. Looks like.
I feel like that hyper aggression can have like unintended consequences. Like maybe he thinks his partner isn't aggressive enough, but then she sees him do stuff like this and she's going to be even less aggressive.
But I mean, I would say Georgia has a reasonable amount of experience with Zach. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, it just he's
I bet
yeah,
she's. I mean, from what I've seen, she's been playing great. But also, she's like seems more down the middle at all times. Haven't seen her get too out of whack, which is what you want, right? You want that.
yeah. And at the very least, like if you're gonna just be super aggressive all the time, that's fine. If
Yeah.
you're the problem is when you're fluctuating back and
Yeah,
forth,
you don't want
then
to be a hard target.
yeah.
What
Uh,
who's the aggressor in the Weinstein Levin partnership?
oh, I think they're both very much just down the line, down the middle. Um, I don't think a partnership needs an aggressor and
I
a
agree. You can have a couple. I mean, I honestly think Bathurst Hurd are kind of like that. Hey, we're just gonna kind of both be down the middle and good.
yeah,
Works out pretty well.
right. I think that's how most good partnerships are.
You believe
Uh,
Kevin Bathurst has won 6 trials now with 4 different partners.
yeah, he's just like,
One of them four-handed with Gavin and KD and that crew. Holy cow!
but he hasn't won a world championship,
Not
right?
yet. No, they were second in Veldhoven, and
Yeah, yeah. One of these days he's due,
agreed.
right?
Agreed.
You
I hope I'm there
buy that.
for it. I mean, I hope it's this year, obviously, but
That would be great. I would be very happy to see that team win. Are you going down to Buenos Aires?
I doubt it unless I get yeah, I would have to have some sort of um, skin in the game like NPC, but I highly doubt I would be an NPC for the open team or I mean
Yeah,
maybe a senior
trans.
team or something. I don't know. But I enjoy. I was telling people I enjoyed that experience a lot, and it was kind of it was very cool to represent your country in a bridge event, and even as NPC, it's just you're a teammate, and it's so hard to watch bridge on the side. It's just you would rather just be doing anything else but sitting there waiting for your team to do the right thing.
Yeah.
We saw the
No,
anguish in Michael Rimstead's face
yeah.
last night, right? It was brutal.
Yeah. I did it with the youth, young women's team last summer.
Was that it was that the Avery team that the
Oh,
Aaron's son because they did super well too. I remember.
well, they were on the U21.
Got it.
Uh, yeah, this was
The under 26 or something. Or
women. Yeah. We had a great group of young women. It was a lot of fun.
yeah, that's great. It's always that's why I love the Olympics. You just everyone has a rooting interest, and it's just let's put it on the field, and everyone has their moment to be amazing, and that's the super cool part. 9 tricks, down one. The other room in 4 hearts with the South cards.
That's an interesting.
That
I
looks
don't think
like it's not going to do too well. Um, she has a lot of problems on this hand.
a lot of losers.
Yeah, it's going to be. It looks like a reasonable swing, you would think. They're vulnerable. Here they were just
Yeah.
down one, so see if she can hold it at the other table. Right here. Okay, here we go. Some wacky distribution.
Sand for Zach and
Eddie's like, okay, thank you. I know what to do with this hand. Just not say a
hmm.
damn word.
So if we get like three diamonds, George is going to get mildly excited. Oh, they
So
do they
this
play
Gazilli,
Gazilli?
maybe? What were you saying? Do they play what, Adam?
Said Gazilli
Okay.
or something.
Hearts and clubs or any 16 plus. Okay.
Right. So this is Gazilli.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard described as a strong club on the second round of the auction, which is great. Greg and I just started playing it again.
It
Um,
has a lot of stuff after it on the back end of it. That's why it's a high memory hold.
yes.
Five plus
Um,
spades. Now Georgia describes less than 8 points.
right. So the general idea is um, you want to say, hey, I have a hand that would go to game
And here we
opposite your
go. And
16
he's
points.
found a minor suit fit at some point. Is this? I'm not sure what 4 diamonds would be, but you guys This showed five hearts, five minor. So Zach likes his hand for the minors. Doesn't love his heart holding now, though, right? King, queen,
So
fifth.
what did Trump show?
Two Trump showed five spades plus five minor, less than 8 points.
Uh, hmm. I wonder.
It's weird that he jumped to four diamonds. This looks like a.
Right. I wonder if they have a way to like
Oh, here we go.
act.
He's gonna say something about this. Four hearts down three at the other table. Five imps for Zhang, and Zhang has opened it up in this set. Still way early, and honestly, if this event holds true to form, this doesn't mean that much. There's going to be a comeback. He says he thinks it's just invitational. Is it possible he thinks he knows it's five spades and five diamonds specifically? Because he seems to be very confident with a four diamond bid. Like it's not just five minor. It's
Right. Yeah. You'd think he'd be like, "What's your minor?"
right. So I think it seems like he really thinks it's five spades and five diamonds. Although
Yeah.
you know,
How is five diamonds here? Let's see. I mean, you've got the two aces to lose for sure.
you can guess the club.
Guess the
Can you get rid of enough losers in either
or
hand? I mean, it
still
could go
with.
ace of hearts.
Right. On this
Ace of
hand,
hearts
it can go
heart.
ace heart rough.
Well, I mean, he can rough high and dummy, but
Right.
all right, they're gonna play five diamonds. I'm not sure what four spades is, other than probably just
She has no idea what's going on.
right. Possibly at this point, they're like, well, we didn't get this deep into the notes. And this is a classic situation. Everyone thinks that even the best players in the world get to a point in an auction where they're like, whoa, not sure what this is, and either they've forgotten or they just haven't come across like a particular competitive sequence that, hey, I'm not sure if this is exactly what it should be here, but I'm hoping you're on the same page as I am, type thing.
Right. Yeah, you get as far in your notes as two no trump shows five spades and a minor.
Yeah, or
Necessarily discuss what happens after that.
she's not she hasn't passed yet.
Ah,
Couldn't they avoid ambiguous bids? Well, I mean, they try. I think you try your best to help your partner as much as possible without screwing up the auction. But yeah,
right.
it,
Sometimes you're like, well, what else could she think it is? And they always think it's something
well, I
else.
prefer when it like I have both sides of it. I'm like, well, if she thinks it's this or he thinks it's this, fine. And okay, I can deal with that one too. But and George Brett, sometimes it just be like that, and that is exactly well said.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh, she might have thought four diamonds was a key card.
Yeah.
Whoa, this could
Yeah.
get interesting.
I mean,
Ooh, take a look at this. So at this table they opened a heart, obviously, because they play natural system. At the other table, it went a club, three hearts, pass to Sylvia. Her partner just preempted in her king queen fifth at the three level.
right. And unfortunately, her partner didn't have quite enough
I
for a
know to
double.
make a double exactly. It would have just been, oh, that's an easy auction. Also, I can figure that
Right.
one.
Double there in most
She
precision
passed it. Honestly, what's she gonna do, right? She just
yeah,
passed out three hearts, and
take 50 a trick.
yeah, how many can I get? Which is gonna, oh no, too much, unfortunately, for Bada and Grossack here.
Well, that's not going to make.
You know Georgia super well, right? We both spent a
Yeah,
lot of time with her in New York.
I wouldn't say super well, but I know
Right,
her
like
for sure.
yeah, she's not calling you before bedtime and saying, "Okay, Adam, are you okay?" or anything. No, me either. Only my mom does that. All right. So
Eddie's
defending three hearts the other table. Sixth time. Is anyone gonna rip this sucker? Eddie's looking at it. He did not. He's like,
right.
okay.
But he has two aces.
Yeah, well, that heart bid kind of makes him a little. Yeah, notice if he's gonna cash an ace, it's gonna be the ace of clubs. And now it's going to go ace of hearts heart. He's going to try to catch his partner with, or try to catch Zach not roughing high here. But even if he roughs, even if he roughs high, I'm not even sure if that's great.
Yeah, I mean he's got
Well,
two hard
no, yeah, he can.
hands
All he needs to do is rough a couple hearts. He can just rough high, draw some trump, rough again, and yeah.
club. Yeah.
So just got to make sure not to get sloppy. Oh, well, he did not expect that terrible break.
Two there. But
Yeah, it didn't matter once they were down anyway.
well,
Unfortunately.
these matches have been close enough that an
Good
MPA.
point. Yeah, sorry. You're right. Every little nudge helps for sure.
Right. But
That's
they're gonna go minus in the other room,
maybe that's
right into
how
cards.
that's how I should get to the Nationals this summer. Well, let's stream that Hall of Fame site. Let's host it live, Adam. You and I on YouTube. Boom. Then
Okay.
we don't have to wear the tuxes. We can
No,
just
if
we
you
could
do it
top
on YouTube,
tux. No, we would top tux. We would just
just
top
top.
tux. Yeah.
How about just one of those
Yeah.
T-shirts?
Exactly. Maybe a real tie, but top tux for sure.
Okay. Now, are you a clip-on bow tie or a tie your own real bow tie?
I am a surprisingly good normal traditional tie tire. I can tie a few different knots with those. I have
Yeah.
no idea how to tie a bow tie, so I clip that thing, the
I
wraparound shebang.
I'm a snob, and so I'm like, I have to do it right, but I like have to look it up on YouTube every time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I would feel
so
confident like after a few hours of practice on a YouTube channel. Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, no.
I mean, I've done it enough times, like I can do it, but I think bow ties is really weird.
The snobbery for me is the tuxedo slippers, which are
Okay.
Del Toro, by the way. If I didn't tell you guys earlier, Del Toro. This section of the program, once again, brought to you by Del Toro.
Hey, tequila as well?
I had a bad experience with tequila in undergrad, Adam. So I try not to dip into that well anymore.
Fair enough. I like a good margarita.
I can handle it in the margarita now, but outside of margarita, although I guess ever had that El Tesoro? It's like a scotchy type tequila, a sipping tequila. I
Okay.
surprisingly did like that.
Like that one.
This part of the program brought to you by alcoholism. Yes, drink and
But
be merry.
what's happening here?
It
Do we
looks like somebody might have taken a bathroom break or something because they've just been paused. But wait, let me refresh possibly. Oh no, sorry, there it was. There's a heartbeat.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way he had
Yeah, it
problems.
wasn't tank one heart.
So Georgia has a Jackie 12 count. They
is it?
probably play 2-0 as limit
I was
plus,
gonna
maybe.
say, is this just a game force at this point in this event, vulnerable with this sort of hand? 5-4 with such good hearts, or
I don't
oh,
know.
what's two
I
diamonds
I
here?
mean, the
Wait.
way that they open, I don't think it can be. But
Yeah, I see. The because they're super light on that side.
yeah, I mean, your system has to be consistent. And so if you're going to be super
Yeah,
aggressive, open.
Frank makes a good point in the chat. Maybe Zach had some residual tilt, so just wanted to take a few deep breaths before he opened the bidding as well from not roughing high on that
I
last
don't
hand.
think what he's upset about is not roughing high. I think he's
Obviously,
upset
the six diamond contract was probably the more upsetting portion of that, but
off his bases.
good point, Frank.
I wonder why two diamonds. I saw Weinstein do this in the open trials too, like with this nice,
Four
uh,
card raise.
yeah, but like with the 5-4, he like decided he didn't really want to ask. and thought that showing the diamonds and helping partner evaluate would be
It's just
more
weird. You might
useful.
get to 3-0 sometimes if partner thinks you only have three hearts.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, I think, unless they're just committed to hearts at some point here, no matter what.
Right. Yeah. And they didn't alert Reno Trump is
Huh.
like
Yeah.
non-serious.
I wonder what their
Serious,
raise structure is now. Now we'll probably maybe I'm sure over the next couple of days we'll probably see it at some point. But
one would think. Um, but yeah, it looks like either a limit raise or a game forcing Jacoby sort of thing. I would invite, but I'm a fish.
let's play some poker.
Yeah.
All right, so four hearts here. They have just started the bidding at the other table. It looks like Sylvia again, east west at the other table playing a precision relay system, and north south also playing a naturalish system, but with a lot of transferring going on. Zhang up 35, but again, matches can swing very quickly and quite aggressively in the other direction. We're not even halfway through yet, so
Interesting line of play he took on this. Um, like roughing the clubs, but he overtook the heart, and if they hadn't split, I wonder if he's still tilting. All right, like they bid the bad slam, and then the dummy comes down with four trumps that he wasn't expecting, and I, I'm glad for Georgia that they're not in the same room.
yeah. Honestly, I think it's pretty darn good for partnerships that might struggle at some point. Like let's say I have a partner that likes to like shake their head at me at the table, or you just have those weird sorts of ticks that kind of tilt you. Also, having
Yeah.
this separation is pretty great for partnerships. I think.
Oh, for sure. Like Gavin was saying, like Jenny being like, "Why are you yelling at me?"
Yeah,
And he's
yeah,
just,
exactly. Because you when the more you know somebody, the more you recognize tilt very easily.
"Yep."
I
So
would always open 2-0 with this hand, whether my range was 20 21 or not at this point. Like, that's a
yeah,
primed out 19 right there.
yeah.
Just three diamonds is what? Just hearts, okay.
Zach's gonna super accept.
That's music to her ears. Problem
The
is
four,
they have a spade loser, don't they?
just like the only super accept here because it gives East a four diamond retransfer, which they'll do on like almost any hand unless they have some weird reason to want to play it. Um, and then, they can bid on if they have slam interest.
All right. That is
Uh,
that retransfer shebang.
It's tough. Like, you just have no idea if your diamond void is working or not. Right? 28 points ish between you. It could be great,
Yeah,
but
David Devine in the chat. Yeah, I do remember we were like second or third in a regional pair event at the Providence Nationals, I believe. No, was it Phoenix or Providence? I don't remember.
Providence was in the summer a year or two ago.
It felt like a summer day. It was raining that day, a cold rain.
Oh, Gavin wants to join us.
Yeah, buddy. Dude, it's the same one you used yesterday. Just or I'll just send it to you right now.
So Georgia does bid on, and she chooses a five club control bid rather than key card because she's not sure she wants to commit. And with the void, key card's not going to be that useful. And now she hears five diamonds. Like, I don't know. She's probably not. Five diamonds is probably like last train here, like confirming a spade control. Um, I don't know. I would think she would put the brakes on here, and like she made her move.
Gavin, I'm sending you the information. Top secret.
Don't accidentally put it in the chat.
I'm going to prepare for your arrival. Yes. And turn off the pornography before joining. I've had to remind Adam several times of this. I'm just kidding, folks. Totally kidding. It's me I remind myself of.
So, yeah, I mean, Eddie's going to lead the king of spades, and they can't get rid of their spade fast enough. Right? On another lead, you could pitch at least one club. I mean, on the club, you could pitch a spade. But
Captain Wolpert.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks. I've been relieved at home. Jenny took the kids to soccer practice, and I was sitting and I was watching you graph, and I'm like,
We
you know
needed
what?
you.
All right.
We needed you,
Yeah.
buddy. Thank you for joining. This was awesome.
So how's it going? It's 85 to 50.
Yeah, they've been opening up a pretty big lead. They bit a bad slam here. They had a little swing earlier also, so it's been a little bit of a downswing for Rubenstein, but we still have quite a few boards left here.
this is two bad slams in a row.
Have you been watching it all, Gavin?
No. I kind of turned it on, saw that it was just you two, and I'm like, all right, let me get in.
You're the man.
No, I haven't watched it all.
Interesting.
Just setting our cameras up a little better, and we'll pop you in right there, magic.
Jack of diamond, just trying to sneak it through.
So we think Zach might have a little backdoor tilt from before, and now we're talking like this might be like tilt central in a moment.
Like more tilt than average, Zach, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been going great.
Well, they were off like a couple tricks in a six diamond slam, and then he had, I mean, whatever. He had a play that he could have made to kind of save an under trick, and
Well, I mean, he had a legitimate problem. Like, do you play for 6-1 hearts or 4-0 trumps?
right, exactly.
He played for 4-0 trumps. It was not unreasonable.
Well, any getting it wrong like that is crazy. Like that goes back to the muffin incident also. You know that story, Gavin.
I do know it's one of the best stories ever.
It's one of the it's got to be one of my favorite.
Except for the lady who took the hit.
Yes, yeah, it's terrible.
So I had a hand just like this today. I feel like I wanted to open 1-0. I feel like one diamond then two diamonds doesn't do this hand justice.
Did you play the 210 18 board?
No, it wasn't earlier. I think it was at 9 a.m.
The 13-point hand.
Yeah, I definitely opened in the last day a 13-point hand, no trump for sure. But this one I had one that was like this, and you no stoppers and two suits, but at the same time you have like 7 tricks. So I would have opened a no trump here too. I think I don't think I could have resisted it.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Looks like she's done okay with the king of hearts offside. If they can find a heart lead, they'll probably lead a club though. If you open 1-0 and it went 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3-0, oh, they might come in with the West hand. They would come in depending on their system.
Yeah, over 1-0, you mean?
Red, white. You think so?
I mean, I would bid with that hand. I feel like with
ace
10 fourths, and if I had a convenient way to show like a 4-card major, longer minor, or clubs in a major, I think I would do it.
Really?
I mean, you might go for a number, but I feel like you're gonna win the. It's not a good hand to lead against 1-0. I mean,
George is gonna bid 2 hearts here, right? Or are you just you? Yeah, okay. Here she goes.
So lately with my partners, I've been playing these corresponding cubids in auctions like this, where it goes a diamond, double, a spade, where we play like 2 diamonds is a good heart bid, so that we can play 3 hearts and 3 clubs as preemptive.
It's really good. Yeah,
it seems to have become completely standard in a lot of these auctions. That I've just noticed my opponents doing it too in the trials.
Wait, say that again, Gavin.
Like a diamond, double, a spade. To play that jumping to 3 hearts or jumping to 3 clubs is just preemptive. It takes away their support double. It takes away like it makes
Got it.
that's just such an annoying spot as opener. You don't, especially if you bid 3 hearts, you take away their chance to bid 3 diamonds. As like look at Janice's hand. Had it gone 3 hearts in front of you, you're like, I hate my hand. I've got to do something. I guess you'd probably just bid 3-0 and hope for the best. But yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying the preempts really work in that spot. So lately, yeah. So that's what I would bid with this East hand is 3 hearts to get like kind of just get there right away.
I like that. Yeah, that's something Weinstein taught me that I really like.
Yeah, I'm sure Weinstein taught me too. I don't know if that's who did, but I definitely that does seem.
I mean,
like a
this
Weinstein
this
thing.
has become the Weinstein hour. In fact, we have referenced him several times. And Adam,
He deserves regular referencing. He
are you as
definitely-
much of a fanboy as Adam is, though? Because it's been told to me that
I am.
Adam is even more of a fanboy than maybe.
Oh, maybe then he is. He is. He's more of a fanboy for sure.
I mean, Gavin's the original.
Yeah, exactly. I've put in my time. I've like outgrown
I'd like
the fandom.
I'd like to throw in.
I'm still like he's my hero for sure, but I've definitely.
I'd like to throw in a couple votes for Bobby Levin. I mean, come on,
yeah,
Bobby's great,
and
he's quite
great
good at
in
tennis.
a totally different way than Steve is great.
I know. I'm just messing around.
Yeah,
I love Steve Weinstein. I had the honor of watching him and Roman talk about poker while they played for like several hours in our apartment. Probably more than once.
That was my
Amazing.
life for years.
Yeah.
Listening to him and Roman talk about poker for sure. One time, me and Weinstein and Roman flew to. We went to play a regional in somewhere in the middle of nowhere. That the closest airport was St. Louis. I actually still don't know what city we went to. It was like maybe southwest of St. Louis. We played a regional. It was. So what we did was we flew. We used to play poker on the weekends on the internet, and so on. What we would do is when we played a regional, is we'd fly to the city on Saturday so we could play all the Sunday poker tournaments in that place together.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then
those
and
were the
then
big
play
days
the
to play
regional.
too. All the Sundays.
Yeah, Sundays. Sundays were our massive tournament
Yep.
day, and where we'd start at the Sunday warm up was about 10 o'clock in the morning.
And
on
you
Poker
played till like
Stars, and we
4
played till
a.m. if
3
you
in the
did well.
morning.
Yeah,
exactly. 4 in the morning.
You hoped you did. at least.
Yeah, exactly. And then so we flew to St. Louis, stayed at a really nice hotel in St. Louis, like the Ritz, and played poker. Then we went to this ridiculous motel in the middle of nowhere, southwest of there, and then came back and on the weekend and stayed at the Four Seasons that
For more
weekend. It was
poker.
like we played more poker on the weekend. So that's what we did. And Roman flew in for I believe both weekends.
To play poker online.
With us, just
but
kinda
no,
like,
but no, you got to sit there and like bounce stuff off everybody.
yeah, when you
too,
have problems,
right?
you'd be like,
yeah.
"Hey, what would you do here?" Like this guy bet 10 big blinds on.
And the answer was always like, "Yeah, who you playing against? What's your read? What's happening here? What's
Yeah.
It's just a fascinating conversation.
Yeah.
How long should I wait before jamming?
Yeah, what are you talking about? That was like it was huge. Huge. What?
Not cheating?
No, I don't think so. You don't know anybody else's cards.
I can tell you,
How could they enforce
I
that?
can't tell you that we cheated during an underground online game, but I can tell you we had like 5 of us out of 20 in the tournament. So,
Well, really?
yeah, but it was like one of those New York underground things.
This is confessions. Confession.
But no, wait. To be fair,
Next
we
thing
were
we
all
know, there's
quite
gonna
good.
be the FBI knocking at all of our doors.
No, it was for play money, Monopoly money. Don't worry.
Okay.
But like, if I was playing a speedball and I called Steve up and said, "Hey, what should I do with this hand?"
Yeah, you're getting master points, and it'll
but-
affect your ranking. But like,
Yeah.
I don't see.
You're not colluding with people at the table.
Yeah, it's not. It's different.
Okay.
I just remembered. You remember Hurricane Sandy? We were so lucky. The junior house was in the blackout zone, basically, and we had just moved to the Upper East Side, so we actually had power. I remember just playing poker tournaments for 12 hours straight, basically. They just kept running them hour after hour.
So was there a result in the other table on that? Or are we way
Not
ahead
yet.
on this?
They're actually just starting to bid the hand now, and Unum is making the decision. I wouldn't be shocked if she tried a no trump with her hand.
The imps just ticked up to 45. Is that because the 6 heart hand?
It was
yes,
exactly. They were only in 4 hearts at the other table. That was an 11 imp win for Zhang. So that's what happened there.
Anum did open a note.
Yeah, exactly.
no.
That's the style there. Let me just show it to
Interesting
everybody
that-
here. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, so now it's going to be an interesting hand because they will get to 3-0, probably puppet Stamen by that north hand.
Yeah, Sylvia didn't act with her hand actually.
Yeah, okay.
Chose
I
just
mean,
to
it's
pass.
perfectly reasonable not to come in.
But
Yeah,
also probably depends on what you play over 1-0.
the thing
in
is
this
that if you
situation,
find
right?
if you can find your spade fit, then you could easily have a game. You've got both finesses will be on side kind of thing. Like you've got, I love having aces over the no trump bidder. That's kind of why I would bid with that hand. Just like the chances of making game are there. It's going to be hard to get to game if you pass and partner balances because you're going to give partners allowed to balance somewhat aggressively. So you're not going to want to punish them. What's going on in the stars there, Rob?
What's up, dude?
Your character over your shoulder was giving you some information. I don't know. I guess it's on your upper left.
Oh no, sorry. I have my monitor vertical on my left, so
okay.
So I'm looking at the other match. Whenever I'm looking this way, I'm not.
Okay. So what were you gonna say, Adam?
I would just say with partner as a passed hand, it seems like it has.
But I didn't actually see the partner was a passed hand. To be fair, that definitely takes it down definitely a notch.
Yeah. Okay.
But bidding 2 clubs in a major, if you play that, is like you can't even get in trouble. How do they get you? If you're playing double 4-card major, longer minor, that can be a problem. You can definitely go for a number.
Yeah.
So no puppet Stamen. So they're gonna inviting with 10. What was 1-0? I guess 1-0 was not.
1-0 was 1-0 is 14-16. So that's
still
well
inviting with 10 is like that's interesting.
She's like, yeah, I accept. Yeah. I have 7 tricks in my head.
Yeah, exactly. So what are they going to lead? It's not an easy lead. I guess they're just going to lead the queen of clubs because they just hope they don't have
and that's
10 tricks.
2-8 and
that's enough to make the contract, I think.
Yeah, because the 8 of clubs is going to be a stopper and she can bang.
Well, there's
out
not
a spade
time
trick.
for that. I don't think there's time for the club.
No, I mean she can bang out a spade trick as main. They can't take more than 3 clubs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But they can duck a spade.
Wait, diamonds are 4-1. She has to.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see the diamond.
She has to kind of. Yeah, she might just go down here.
Right. Good catch.
So in the Twitch chat,
Danny, it might be safer so that what Danny said was that a 4-card major longer minor is safer since partner can sign off in 2 clubs and you're 5-2 fit. But the issue is that when you double conventionally, that they can redouble and come after you. I don't know if that's what you were referring to, as opposed to bidding 2 clubs and a higher. It's basically impossible for them to get you for a number unless it perfectly lands with a takeout double in the right spot and the other hand having a right hand to pass. It's so much harder to get that one for a number. So just if you that's at least that's the argument for playing the 2 clubs in a major. I would definitely be happier bidding 2 clubs in a major with this hand because it's definitely difficult to go for a number. Yeah.
But then, you often have ambiguity about relative suit length, depending on your...
Yeah, there's definitely, you're right. The other side of it is definitely, for sure, you can have problems. Yeah, that's why I don't play it.
I kind of...
For sure.
I
don't play it, but...
I really like what Onum did here, to be honest. I have no problems. This is just she's getting a little unlucky in the diamond suit. And
she's not down yet.
Good point.
Right, I mean, she knows the ace of spades is on.
Well, Sylvia's can see that the 3 of clubs is. Oh no, she can't really see if the 3 of clubs is a problem. Partner could have had 10 double 10 of clubs. She's good. So Onum's gonna throw a spade for sure from dummy, and there went the 3 of clubs. See now there's nothing they can't. Can they? I don't think they can screw this up now that she pitched
right,
3 of clubs.
Now she just has a heart.
She kept 3 hearts, so she knows she's never gonna let them win the queen of spades.
That's interesting. Oh, I guess once the club got thrown.
So here goes a spade now.
Yeah, so now just jack of spades, they have to win the ace and shift to a heart. Yeah. Cash the clubs.
They
don't have to cash the clubs, but the
Rubenstein team is 5-handed, by the way. So they're just doing hard work. 4 players playing all the boards. we have somebody else who played all the boards at a trials with us here. We were just talking about that earlier. Your accomplishment four-handed with Kevin and the Kevins, basically. And
yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
And they would add, they would be adding a female player, right? Or, no, sorry, a male player. All right. Unfortunately for Rubenstein, Zhang is just piling up the imps in this set so far. They have kind of, what is it, 24, 20, 41-3 so far, I think.
Rubenstein is six-handed. It's Zhang that's
Oh,
five-handed.
sorry, I reversed it. I reversed it. Yes, sorry. I was actually meant Zhang when I was talking about it. Just said the wrong team name, but yes, it's Corbell, Zhang, Wold, Molson, and Shi. So,
how did they play two spades in the other room? I thought Eddie Wold opened 1-0 with the North End, which is an interesting choice. It's probably not my choice. It just when I have a good rebid over a spade and no trump, I tend not to open 1-0.
You ready for it?
So in 1-0,
two
pass,
clubs, double,
two clubs,
pass, which was no club stopper.
Yeah.
And then redouble, restamen, two hearts, double, two spades, check out.
Okay.
So two hearts showed spades, though. That's what the response
So Eddie
was.
decided to
Put it on the other side of the table, basically.
pass with a pretty good hand, and I guess he knew the Queen of Hearts was bad, and interesting. Yeah, he's got a fifth spade. The Queen of Hearts isn't a great card, but being 5-4 and having a 9-card spade fit is
Good hand.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So can you bring it up? No, it's too late you can't show like the old hand.
Yeah, of course I can. I can
because we can
slap
definitely
that
talk
right up
through
there.
what they did because it's definitely it's
There you
cool
go.
to see what experts do in this spot.
There you go. There it was.
So he opened 1-0 trump and it went pass, and two clubs was Stamen.
Yeah.
It went double. They play pass, which is somewhat standard in the expert community.
Exactly.
Pass by North says I don't have a club stopper. Pass, and redouble repeats Stamen. But the big thing about redouble is it also shows invitational values, because when you don't have invitational values, you can just bid out. So you could bid two diamonds if your plan was weak with 4-4-4-1 kind of thing. You could bid two hearts if you had like garbage. What is it, crawling Stamen with both majors weak. And so when you redouble, you're showing an invitational hand. And so then when it goes pass, because North doesn't have a club stopper, what experts do here is they say basically, well, if you don't have a club stopper, then it's better off, let's make me the declarer as South. Because if you don't have a club stopper, you have nothing to protect. Let's put the club bidder, the club lead, the person who's asked the club for the club lead on lead. And what's funny about that is it doesn't really matter whether South has a stopper or not. What happens is you're putting the person who often has a suit like Ace Queen fifth or King Jack 10 fifth or whatever on lead, where they now don't know if it's safe to lead their suit, whereas their partner would have just led a club because they doubled for a club lead. So that person, like whether it's good or whether South has a stopper to protect or not, it's still better to get the South hand on play. So the experts realized that and started playing transfers after this redouble. And so Two Hearts showed what happened. Where'd we go?
I just popped it. I popped it back on. I thought you were done talking about that hand, but
okay,
I can put it back up there.
Oh, good. But then after I'm almost there. So, and one of these side benefits of this method is that because you've bid two hearts and you've established the fit at two spades is kind of an invitational hand, and you can actually stop in two spades. Now, the messaging of whether you're supposed to make that two spade bid when you have a perfect hand like the ace third of clubs versus like sometimes you have a wasted club honor here where you now have a really bad invitation. You might have made that. Yeah, you can differentiate that by bidding two or three spades. But anyway, so two spades was an invite and North chose to pass, which I think was close.
Yeah, it was an interesting choice for sure. So we started with two, and now we're three. You guys recognize this song? Gavin, you might be too young.
Come A knock on our door.
Okay.
We've been waiting for you.
Wait, is this gonna get you copyright licensed or
YouTube might shut us down. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll find out later. All right, diamond a heart double. Looks pretty good. Unum is like, well, you have some spades. Me too.
Yeah, it's not my style to double with queen 10 5. What else did they have in their hand? They had the ace of spades. And yeah, and they had a stiff diamond, so they knew partner was going to lead a diamond. I see it. It's definitely like dangerous. It's dangerous to double in with a hand like that. Not my style, but I can see why it might work.
It's aggressive for sure.
All right. So 2 diamonds was a constructive heart raise, as you can see, and double here is something. Just natural here. She's showing natural diamonds by that, possibly.
Yeah, because their one diamond
It's
opening
just nebulous.
is nebulous. Yeah. If you play double, the first double, the negative double is 4 or 5 spades, then double would have to be a support double. Not have to be, but typically would be. But they look like they just played as 4 spades. So being able to show a real diamond suit is useful, I guess.
Well, it was nice on this hand.
Dan found it quite useful here.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know, partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and this looks trivial.
How did they go down? Spade rough.
Oh,
Yeah.
There it is.
I mean, trivial to go down in.
Trivial for down 1.
It's a very good contract.
Yeah, very unlucky here for this. So we have one room here on only the 9th board of the set. The other room is through 11, or is on the 11th board. Not surprising. Zach and Georgia at one table.
Mostly Zach.
Yeah, Zach's pretty fast. So they just have to find their spade rough, and that'll be it. It looks like it's not going to be too tough. We'll probably lead the ace or king of hearts, right, depending on what their choice is, and then just fire a spade and boom shakalaka.
We'll probably get some sort of signal. The singleton and the dummy. Like the queen. Very subtle.
Yeah, that's how you get your point across, though. That's what I tell my students. Make it as clear as possible what you desire there.
I'm glad that's what you meant and not with as quick as possible. That's like, for some reason, I saw the insta queen come out, and then your next comment is like, that's how you what I tell my students.
Don't even think about it. Just make a play.
Possible. And I'm like, oh, you meant the highest card. Okay.
Yeah, jeez. I don't think actually I wasn't even thinking in that way. It makes me wonder why you're thinking.
Well, I just saw the fastest queen in history. It was like
I didn't even see the speed of it.
Faster than the heart hit the dummy. So that my mind, I guess, because I was playing in the on the Love Bridge.
So
my mind has been a little more trained to recognize the timing.
I gotta love the there's the rough, by the way. We saw that there. I gotta love this definition, puppy. That's now puppet statement. I like it. That just economizing the words, not going to be mistaken. And this, we've seen this all over the trials, all over everywhere. 2-0 is just becoming puppet statement.
Yeah, it seems like it. I was just talking to Kevin and Johnny about it. Kevin was telling me about what they've chosen to put in their 2-0. I opening my eyes. I might have to revisit this in my no Trump structure class
because they put a lot of shebang after it. Basically,
what Kevin and Johnny are doing is they put some of their 5-4 in the minors, 3-1 in the majors hands in their 2-0, and then because like they keep the singleton hidden, and then that way over 2-0 when partner bids 3 clubs, I don't have a 5-card major.
Now
Now they
they can
just bid
start.
3 diamonds just to say I'm 5-4 in the minors. It doesn't say what the rest of my shape is, and then opener can kind of only mention it if they care. Like
That's interesting.
yeah, which is pretty smart. That was I thought that was.
You get to dodge a lot of stuff and kind of figure
And
out a lot
all
more,
that,
that's
all
fun.
that is just for the cost of giving up the 2 when you transfer to diamonds,
The
whether
I like
partner,
diamonds or something.
yeah, and that
The
or
stuff.
that, yeah, exactly, that you could do it with 5-5 in the minors week. I'm coming around. I might have to do an update.
Other people use.
It seemed
use
less
the-
people were using traditional puppet than 2-no puppy.
Yeah.
Which
And you can use it with the 5-3 hands, so you don't have to transfer. Like you can find the 5-3 fit either way.
Well, Joe and Brad do something really interesting with their 5-3 in the major hands over 1-no. So what they do is they always use puppet stamen, even when they're like 4-2, 4-3, and don't care about the 3-card major fit. And so by doing that, when they bid 2 clubs,
by the way, aren't they playing in their 3-3 fit, by the way? Am I the first one to notice that here?
I can't talk and watch at the same time.
But I love this conversation, but I'm just noticing, I'm like, wait a second, who's playing 4 hearts? It's Georgia.
I guess puppet
and
didn't work out so well in this hand.
2-no puppy, no good. I was just gonna say Zach's alerts are the best in the event, but something weird happened here.
What was 4
Long diamonds or no major, 4 diamonds transfer to 4 hearts. So one of them isn't sure what the other one's bid was supposed to mean. I think it's definitely a disagreement of system here. It looks like
That's not good. They're not going to be happy after this set. They've had a few.
Yeah, they've had it. This is more than 1 or 2 where they both those slams. Now this hand, it's going to be a little tilty, but this team has come. This has been the biggest lead that we've seen in the event in the last 3 days, basically. Right, the semis were tight throughout. So, but again, is any lead big on day 1?
Well, yes.
630, yes, yeah.
No, I mean 80 is huge on day 1. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's still time for the momentum to swing. It's like in a hockey game when one team's up by 3 goals at the half. It could be. Yeah, of course I do.
I watched
use
the end of
every
the Maple
opportunity.
Leaf season.
It's
Sorry,
like
buddy.
Yeah. But anyway, when you're down 3 goals, it's like when one team's up by a lot. That is a lot. The big danger is that the other team gets momentum.
Yes.
And they make that first 20 back, and then they get that second 20 back, and then there's just like tremendous pressure. Like exactly. Like it's usually those 80 imp leads become 100 imp leads and 120 imp leads because the other team feels like they need to try to get it back.
You can see it in any sporting event because you see the body language of the players, right? You can see them just like slumming.
Both sides, the team that's ahead and the team that's behind, and you can feel it in bridge too.
Yep.
When things are going well, like their butts get clenched, you know.
Wouldn't they do much better with a simpler system? Well, today, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, sure. A lot of us would probably, have less, but at this level, the gains are worth it, and also,
Is it? Are they? I think there's no gains that are worth it. We have one.
If you're getting things wrong, yes.
Yeah, one screw up, and it was not worth it.
But they perceive that the gains are better than
Larry Cohen says something like a 60% effective system that you remember 90% of the time is much better than a 90% effective system that you remember 60%.
Yeah.
It's different, probably, but
I definitely play. I find the game so hard to play when you have to remember a complicated system that it's not even just on those hands.
I'm just happy to get to the card play in a reasonably good contract most of the time. Like
survive.
Yeah.
How in depth were your notes with Welenkin?
I mean, we definitely knew what we were doing. But we spent a long time getting ready, and basically, I sent him my system with Warren, which Warren and I play a pretty straightforward system, and
But it was an expert. It was a very expert system also though.
Sure. And we went through it and kind of he told me the things he didn't like about it and what he liked to play, and we kind of adapted. We added his Jacoby. He made me play multi stuff like that, like where he was just like, we can't play weak 2 diamonds, and I'm like, okay, all right.
Well, you wait.
Before,
whoa, back up, dude. Whoa. You just gave like the best Will Ankin impression I've ever heard right there.
No, I'm not doing it again.
We can't play weak 2 diamonds. That was amazing.
I'm not doing it again. No chance.
You do
no, I don't think we had any misunderstandings. Did we? We were on the wrong page maybe once, but where I made a ridiculous redouble and he made a ridiculous pass. There was that hand, but I mean, I don't think we had any spots where we one of us bid something and the other one didn't get it, or there was one time where I think I explained I think this is what this means, but I'm prepared for either one, kind of thing.
We're not playing weak 2 diamonds. No. Was that close?
And he made you play it?
Yeah, whatever.
You played against multi enough.
It was fun. I mean,
but also you've played against it enough to kind of know what multi is at this point, right? You've played against multi.
Obviously, I played. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's yes.
Right.
It was we bid a bunch of hands. That was that's what I told him. I'm like, I'll do it, but you got to get me ready for it.
So here's Traditional Puppy by Sylvia. I think 1 no trump, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, no 5-card major, and they will find their way, it looks like, to 3 no trump. And something weird happened here where they got to their 3-3 hard fit, unfortunately.
We're looking at the Eddie Wold tables right now.
Oh. Yeah, that's the table. That's where we just were.
No, I think 3-0 is better than 4 hearts on that board.
I would say yes.
3-0 makes on a non-spade lead, or what did it?
3-0 is going to go down, but it's certainly not.
Isn't it going to go down a bunch?
Well,
at least 5 spade tricks. Weren't spade 6-3 or maybe
no,
I'm looking
5-4.
at the wrong hand. I'm not
5-4.
looking at the hand right now. So
yeah. You're this is the hand to remind you of. They're going to get 5 rippers, or sorry, 4 spades.
Oh, the spades are 5-4. Okay, yeah, 4 spades in the ace of diamonds. But they might. Are there enough tricks if the clubs? No. Yeah, so they're just going to knock out the ace of diamonds.
Yeah. So this should be pretty. You don't think they're not going to block up the spades there, so you should see down 1 there. Wow, look at Janice's hand. Hello. Is that a 7-5er in the majors? Thank you. I'll take 12 cards.
Heart, double, read.
We saw an amazing.
2 hearts to me sounds weak. Which, I mean, admittedly, she has an 8 count, but she also has the playing strength of a big hand.
Right.
Yours, yeah. So that ended the auction, except for East is like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
I've got the best hand at the table.
Yeah.
What's happening? That's a little weird. Usually in this spot, that hand does not have the best hand at the table. Usually they're panicked and ready to close up into a shell and cry.
Yeah, I mean, how could she pass? She has such a good hand in this auction.
Well, first of all, you got to stop and think, what is going on here?
Yeah,
how do I have a 10 count? I trust my partner, except for her partner, Zach. So, I'm guessing that's the first place she starts.
Yes,
what
Zach,
Zach double
it's
on?
amazing, though. Yeah. Zach has his bid perfectly here. It's just it's not too much. It's not outside of the box at all.
No, yeah.
Janice has the outside the box hand, basically. She has this 7-5 monster.
So what would you bid rather than 2 hearts, Gav? Would you bid 2 spades or 3 hearts, 4 hearts?
I think 2 spades is what I would do. I'm not really, I'm not really worried that this is going to propel this auction to the stratosphere. And right. I mean, I would go to game. I would play game. My partner showed me 10 points. How am I supposed to know whether those 10 points fit my 7-5 or they don't? Right. So that's why I would just make sure I go to game. Whether I would just jump to 4 hearts, but I feel like those spades are probably worth investigating. You could have a 5-4 spade fit, possibly, right?
Yeah, and especially when the auction has told you to hook the heart, right? I mean,
they bid 1 no. They made a takeout double. She just wants to not put 170 on the scorecard. I definitely had partners with where it was more important that we didn't make 170 than getting the most match points on a board for sure. Like if we made 170, it was like, oh, I'm so sorry, what a disaster. But as long as it was 140, we're like, oh great, let's move to the next table.
So on a
So it was still 170 because they let the club. They got rid of the diamond.
so Autumn passed originally and then came in later.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's crazy. I mean, it's a little hard for a partner to ever really imagine that you're 7-5, but the problem with opening a heart is it's going to be really, really hard to bid. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I don't know if it's optimal, but
Did they just play that in half a second there? What happened?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot to the play.
Yeah, they just shipped it. And look at wait. Let's hop. Ready?
Done.
1 diamond, pass 3 clubs, 4 hearts.
Yeah. So what does this show? This shows hearts and spades. I don't know if you have to have 5 of them, but I mean, actually, it kind of makes sense because when you're the partner, it's gonna your partner's passed.
1 diamond,
and now it suddenly
pass,
jumps to
3
4
clubs,
hearts.
4
Like what a
hearts.
weird path. And I know she probably smiled as she bid it. Like this is a little ridiculous because. But it turns out she should have opened 4 hearts. I think it would have worked out better. It would have gone take out double pass. Oh, I mean, yeah, they're off 3 aces. East would have for sure bid to the 5 level after a takeout double of hearts. So
interesting. Georgia's got a big hand here. Ish.
She's just gonna open a no throw.
I agree with those comments also in the chat about the fact that you would be doubling 1 no with a normal hand for sure if you had like a 16
She
count or
opened a
whatever.
diamond. So a diamond, a spade, likely
with-
double.
It's nice to make sure you get your fit, I guess.
And they will here. And you would guess Eddie and Janice will be silent for the rest of whatever this auction presents.
So if they can find a spade lead, you can see it's a quick beat. Ace of spades, spade rough, 4 hearts I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I guess you don't
exactly.
necessarily have the strength for 4 hearts, although it does seem like you're going to,
She's going to make a push
she's
for game
gonna
for sure.
at
just
least
depending
bid
what that
3.
is. Yeah. She doesn't love her stiff king of clubs. Maybe there you go. Okay.
Yeah,
Zach has a
I
pretty
think
easy
Zach
pass here.
does he have an easy pass? He's got the queen of hearts is nice.
I
She's
guess
got a
the
well-placed king of
spades
spades.
is good.
And the
Queen
queen
of
double
diamonds
to the
isn't
diamonds. I think he's
worthless.
going to bid a game.
He passed it.
Oh,
He
he's
floated.
passed. Okay.
There might be some backdoor tilt still from the earlier hands.
What's she to lead? It's an awkward hand to lead from. You don't love leading openers first suit, but the other black suits are pretty ugly, and you don't want to lead from 10 and a trump. So,
Yep.
Jack 10 and 9 of diamonds.
There
it is.
We'll process some elimination. Cross see the baddies off. Welcome to everybody watching. Thank you for your comments, your questions on Twitch and YouTube.
Oh, I don't have the YouTube ones open. I only have
That's
the Twitch
okay.
one.
There, David Devine says hello. Captain
Hello,
is Cat.
David.
Say it would be nice to see everything bid properly. Yeah, I agree. And we have people from all over the world as usual. And Adam in New York still. 2 South Florida people here. 1 New Yorker. Good representation.
Of the East Coast.
We need
Yes.
a California person maybe to round it out.
There's geography in the middle between those.
Let me tell you,
just so you know.
Tomorrow night for the finals, we have Humphreys and Parrish back again.
Always a good
Reunion
show.
show.
This doesn't look like it's gonna make.
Greg might be the only one more capable than you with the broadcast stuff.
He's way more
He is-
capable.
He's got like a whole
Dude,
thing going on. He's
He was like, I felt like I was in a Mark Zuckerberg chat. He like, as we're talking, he's like changing Zach's Wikipedia page. We changed Zach's middle name to Flannery, by the way.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
my son did yesterday just discovered that you could edit Wikipedia
Oh,
pages.
man.
And he edited my page to talks about the 3 kids, incling his absolute favorite son, and Brandon.
Genius, Brandon.
And so he goes and he shows my other kids like, check this out.
That is, I
Yeah.
love Brandon even more now.
Yeah.
That is so hilarious. Tell him congratulations from me. That's genius. But yeah, Greg like he jumps into like
I think
the Twitch like super user account, bans the word Flannery, just like,
that's funny.
but he said something interesting. He is an Oscar winner, but they didn't give him in the Oscars. They don't give the Oscar out to the
Academy Award winner.
digital. Yeah, he's Academy Award winner. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, so he doesn't have a thing?
No,
Yeah.
that's BS. Yeah.
Yeah, that does suck.
I have one.
If you're not gonna
Yeah,
get that, then
Adam
what's the
actually has one.
point? You have one?
Yes. You could probably. Do you still have it next to you? Or are you in the same place you were before?
Here.
You should just send that to Greg at some point. Say, hey, I know they didn't give you the right thing, but there it is.
Okay. Cool.
Having trouble getting into
out of
focus.
focus.
Don't drop it on your feet.
I honestly, I didn't know if it was a focus thing or if he was a nudity thing. You know, you just have that filter on. No, and it's not Adam's real Oscar, okay, guys. But Greg is an Academy.
Well, if it
Award
was,
winner, yes.
and you were playing with Greg, and every so often, like you come and just put it on the table,
or just
like,
wear it as a
it's
necklace.
Just like that would be amazing.
So a diamond, which was their net. Oh, sorry, this is Georgia here. So a diamond, a spade, double, 3 hearts, and that's where we ended it. The other table, they are playing 5 clubs after Unum hop past and hopped to 4 hearts.
Oh,
Interesting.
so she still got him up to 5.
Yeah.
But I guess yeah.
It went a diamond past 3 clubs, 4 hearts, 4-0, 5 clubs. So
3 clubs showed both minors.
yes, exactly. Sorry, 3 clubs did show both minors for them. So if this last board is not amazing, if it's okay for you guys, I'm going to knock off the broadcast slightly early because I have chicken in the slow cooker and it's about to be ready to be shredded and made into my dinner. This is
Priority.
Gavin, what are you doing, man? Come on over, bring some tortillas, bring the kids, especially the greatest kid, Brandon.
It's far.
Oh my God, it's far.
It is.
I had chicken for days down here.
I got a couch just like over there that I'm ready to. That's far.
Yeah. Zach still has his middle name, exactly. Zach Flannery, Girl Shack. And I just want it to be known I did not do that. I'm not responsible for it. Board 43. Why did East choose to bid 1 no Trump instead of the 2 club bid with?
I think that she was trying to show value, or I don't remember who it was trying to show values.
Which hand are we talking about?
After the
Board
redouble with
43.
the stiff queen third. I think that's the hand they're talking about with king 10 9 5th
Yeah,
clubs
queen
and
10
ace
third
jack.
of hearts, exactly. So when a heart double, redouble, 1 no Trump.
I think that's probably it.
Yep.
I think that I think if you really want to show values, it might be best to because 3 clubs would just be preemptive. I don't even think 1 no is showing values. I mean, I guess it does in some sense, but I don't think it's ever going to help you get the game.
This is the one, the question we're
So-
answering right now. Why 1 no rather than that? And that's just alerted as takeout actually. So
Oh, that's weird.
so
Wouldn't pass be takeout?
I don't know. She's alerted it as this way, but honestly, this is the pair that's had a quite a few disagreements.
Well, I guess
this-
if
this
you're
set,
playing
so.
3-3 fits all the time, I think passing 1 heart redouble is a scary proposition.
That explains Janice
Yeah.
flipping the heart too.
All right, 9 total tricks. For
Yeah,
the
right.
player.
That does change things there for sure.
Last
It's
chance to excel in segment 3. Let's see what the board.
I'm rooting for slower chicken and a good last hand. Okay,
Look at this.
good catch.
I switched us in the right time. Now
Perfect.
we have Zach's hand.
Now we have to try to get inside Zach's brain.
Yeah, and just remember, I want you guys to slap yourselves in the face a couple times because Zach's on a little bit of a tilt steam here. So just get amped up a little bit, get excited. He's gonna bid it, and here we go, guys. 1
Okay.
club, 4 hearts,
So-
and you have maybe a slam in your hand. Okay, 5 no, pick a slam.
That was the fastest 5-no ever.
That was super fast.
You'd never have an insta 5-no bid.
Not
You
with
can't
this
look at
hand
it.
either. Can't you just take 4 minutes, 4 seconds at least? It was
Like they're way ahead
3
of time,
seconds.
and he
Right. It wasn't even like the 10 seconds you're supposed to take
Yeah.
after a skip bid.
Do I have a Wikipedia page? I don't think I do. Did you make your own or something?
No,
Do you
no.
have to make your
You
own?
know, no. Well, it was pretty funny. A long time ago, somebody made me a Wikipedia page, but then somebody complained or like filed a motion like this person does not belong on Wikipedia. So my Wikipedia page came down, and then more recently, I've redeveloped a Wikipedia page. It's like I feel so much better now. Like that was like such a gut punch when they took it down. The first time I found I had a Wikipedia page, I'm like, this is amazing. I have a Wikipedia page. Then I'm like, I'm sure at some point I'm bragging to somebody saying, hey, check it out. I got a Wikipedia page. And they're
so
like, this was taken down.
is Zach kind of offering both suits now at this point? Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
Six Diamonds is just okay. Pick one of the others.
I mean, look, I to his credit, I think he does have kind of a Insta 5 no bid, but I don't think you should be bidding it instantly.
Yeah, right. But it's just that's the speed of Zach Grossack right there.
And a grand slam.
Wow, sick.
Is it a grand slam?
Well, I mean, the spades don't necessarily.
No, yeah. If the
come
spades
home
are
here.
not
Jack
2-2
10 4
and the
is-
diamonds are not coming home.
which they don't necessarily rate to with the King of Hearts. Let's look at the whole hand now. Might as well. Janice had Ace King 10 9 7th and King
He
4th.
might not. Is he even gonna make it?
I don't know.
George is playing it.
George is playing it, okay.
Is Georgia even gonna make it? Is she gonna make it? This is a quick play. Now, is there even a way to make it?
I don't know, man. How are they gonna
The
set up
clubs are really
anything?
bad for you.
But is that
Diamonds are a joke.
is the clubs your only pathway to success though on this hand?
No,
it
I
turns
think
out?
that you could maybe just cross rough or something. Could you have? No, you couldn't have.
1 2.
I don't know if you could make it. I don't know if you could have ever made it. Wow.
That's a messed up hand.
Six.
Nice bid by Janice, by the way, just to kind of put maximum pressure on her opponents here with this.
Ace, King 7, King
And
4.
King
It's definitely
4th,
the right
that's
bid.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. How long, Janice Molson, as Adam was talking about earlier, is going to be inducted into the Bridge Hall of Fame this summer in Toronto? You must be excited for that tournament, Gavin. Going home a bit, Toronto Nationals.
I am for sure. I love Toronto. I mean, honestly, it's a little annoying going home part of it, but I love Toronto. So like the going home part means like you're already at the Nationals for a really long time. So like extending that trip and being there for more time.
You're
It's just not that part of it. Is I go to Toronto anyway, so I'm always excited to go to Toronto. But I love when the Nationals are in Toronto. But I don't, not because it's home, because I love the city.
The city is amazing.
It's just the
Honestly.
best. Like you're done. Like it's just so alive.
You have so much
all
better
the time.
Chinese food, and the Indian food in Toronto is like out of this world. And I just call Toronto clean New York. Clean and friendly New York.
Can they make it? Hold on. Can they make it? Can they
Well, if
end
it
play
goes-
south? Is there any chance of end playing south? Like Jack of Clubs, Queen, Ace, small club, 9. No, because the King, they are end played, but not enough. They would have had to have done it earlier.
They don't have the.
They're not end played enough. You know, they're just the one trick that
All right,
they're giving on the end
so
play. Is not
Dan
enough.
got to open the East Hand 2 diamonds with their precision diamond opening, and Unum chose just 2 hearts over that. So Sylvia knows her partner is short diamonds, but also knows they have a spade fit. So
Probably they don't know yet for sure about the 4-card spade fit, right? They could be. So she's
Could
got to
you
make
be
a bid
five-
to find out. Yeah, they could be sure. When they open short diamonds,
They could be
3,
5, 2, 1?
3, 4, 1, 5.
3 4 1 5. Okay.
Look, she was 4, 3, 1, 5.
Yeah,
Should
no,
be
of course.
4,
Yeah.
Austin Matthews would be the GOAT if he could win a couple playoff series, but no, yeah, he's the best goal scorer in the regular season in the NHL.
Okay. There's the club play.
Just can't make it from
No.
here.
It's unfortunate. Let's see what the other table gets to, actually. It's a super interesting hand to end with, folks. And my chicken can wait.
I mean, 6 spades is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Right? Like, when the dummy came down, we thought we had missed a grand.
Ace of
now,
Hearts, King of
No,
Diamonds.
yeah, it definitely, yeah, it was definitely looked like it, but
Yeah, on closer inspection.
it was a bad grand.
Bless
All
you.
right. Excuse me. I need a quicker access mute button for that situation. Greg has one, I'm sure.
Yeah, I actually have a newer microphone a la Greg also.
Really?
Greg inspired me to. No, I'm kidding. I've already had this microphone, but I'm sure my microphone is up to Greg's standards, but I'll find out, you know.
You don't have one of those little decks, though, where you push a button and, like, something happens.
What do you think this is, man?
What?
Dude, read a book. It's right next to me. The little deck.
Really?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Not button off, button.
But it doesn't do, like, the
Nah.
zoom in or, like, change cameras to, like...
Oh, no, but I got one of those for my
Yeah.
cell phone now with that little stick. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're going to see some stuff. 4 spades at the other table, guys. There it is. So another swing, and this will be another swing for Zhang. 6
Wow,
spades.
they're
in
opening
these.
up a big lead. Although,
Honestly, aren't you going to be a little tilted to see dummy on this hand and realize you're only in 4?
Yeah.
It's just they did bid a good slam. Very unlucky on that. But that's all she wrote for segment 3, ladies and gentlemen. Adam, I'll see you again soon. Gavin, will we see you again in segment 4?
I don't think so. It starts at 7:15.
Yeah. You know, just relax, crack open a cocktail.
No, we'll be back from soccer
smoke
practice.
a cigar,
and
something like that. I don't know. You know, do what you do. But if not, it'll be once again just the
Maybe
two
tomorrow.
of us, Adam. All right, brother.
good.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back at 7:15, which is about 45 minutes from now. We'll see you for some more bridge.
They piled it on.
Yeah, huge set for them. 54 is their lead now after starting. What were they up, 6 or 7 at the start?